And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. Today, I am reviewing Sharknado 3. Oh, hell no. Yeah. This movie came out, again, another year after, 2015. Um, yeah. So, here we go. We were in LA, now we're in then we were in New York. Now we're in both. Now we go to two locations, DC and Orlando. Got a lot of thoughts. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? This is the movie, I think, where they really started to do pop culture parodies. They did. I mean, they at this point they just done some references here and there, but the intro to this movie is just straight up James Bond, which looks pretty sick, I gotta say, but it's still a parody. So, also, why the fuck is Mark Cuban the president? Mark Cuban? Crazy part is I could see that happening in real life. Oh, God. Mark Cuban's the president. More cool Shark Tank stuff, though. Because he actually references the other Shark Tank guy who died in the last movie. Which is, I think, really cool. I also, really appreciate that they... And this is something that I think is true for all the movies. I just decided to write it down here. Was that I really do appreciate that they jump straight into the action. Because with a movie like Sharknado, right, what can you do, at this point, especially in the third movie as well, what can you do for build-up? Not really much. It's a pretty unrealistic concept. There's not a whole lot of science around it. Whatever science there is was explained in the last movie. We already know the characters. So I do really appreciate that they jump straight into the action. And just get the show on the road. Love it. Also, Kratos is here. Kratos. Let's go, Kratos. Yeah, baby. Oh, but also, we didn't need more of the Today Show. Why the fuck is the Today Show still here? We didn't need that. Not at all. No, thank you. Frankie Muniz is in this movie as well. You know, Malcolm in the Middle. Or NASCAR. Guess what? There's a lot of NASCAR references in this movie. There's NASCAR. Yeah! Woo! Best movie of the series. Yeah, I mean, they just have straight up Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano in this movie, which I think is awesome, by the way. I mean, there's actually a good amount of NASCAR footage. They're like flying through, they're like flying over Florida, because Finn is in DC, then he has to go to Orlando to be with his wife, who's pregnant, and he's like, I think we're in Daytona. And Nova's back, by the way. Nova's back. Let's go. Winning. Nova's back. And she's like, oh, how can you tell? NASCAR. And then they do a cool Daytona montage. As a NASCAR fan, knowing all of the B-roll footage that they used, it was spanned over multiple different races, and then they have sharks flying in and causing crashes. It looked like ass, but I didn't care. I love NASCAR, so it was cool. I like it. But back to Frankie Muniz. He's in this movie, and I thought he had a very undeserved death. He gets set up like he's going to have a lot of screen time, at least in this movie, and he really doesn't. He dies very fast, which I didn't think was worthy of it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's fine, but I would have liked to maybe see a little bit more of him. I didn't think he did that bad of a job in this movie. Also, for the fucking love of God, why is Jared back? Fucking, this is the year that he got fucking arrested and they had him in this goddamn film. I swear to God, how much did Subway pay to be in these last two movies? Seriously. Why? Oh. Anyway. We counter that with Principal Franklin. Principal Franklin's here. He's the head attorney general, or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, Principal Franklin. President Obama. Oh, like I said, Nova's back, and she is hot. Hot as fuck. We're going to ignore that, and I will check on that in a minute. I thought overall that there were a lot cooler kills and other action sequences, more so than the other movies. I thought. And I feel like that is a consistent upgrade in these movies. Which is one of the very few upgrades. I didn't even talk about the CGI, but the CGI at this point is pretty self-explanatory. It does not get better. And, you know, a lot of these sequences make zero sense, but I don't care. They look awesome. They really do. Also, David Hasselhoff. He rode the Hasselhoff. That's pretty badass. But then at the end of the movie comes... I also really... by the way, I really liked all the stuff that they did at Universal. That's where a lot of this movie is spent. And I think that was a smart idea. Because there's a lot of really cool stuff that they show. A lot of cool action sequences, even on some of the rides. But also a lot of, like, just showing off the park and showing them interacting at the park, I think was done really, really well. But then their final location of the movie, they go to space. They go to space and the sharks follow them to space. Like, okay. Yeah, sharks are fish. So they shouldn't be able to breathe in these tornadoes. But I guess if they form over water, then maybe that can get away with that. Then they can live for a tiny bit of time on land to eat somebody on camera. Right? It's far-fetched, but you can stretch it. How the fuck are we supposed to, like... What? It doesn't make any sense. These sharks are in space. But, again, I'm thinking about it too much. Okay, this is... You also got that, You get that meme of the big shark flying through space and eating people. There's that, too. But the whole space thing is just insane. And then, of course... You have to have Finn get eaten by another shark. And of course, there was a cliffhanger. And a cliffhanger that I'm not going to talk about because we're going to talk about it in the next review. So that's going to do it for my review of Sharknado 3, Oh Hell No. And by the way, the guy who says Oh Hell No is Brad Keselowski. Very cool. That's going to do it, though, for this review. My final score, well, let's see. I want to give it a 7 because of NASCAR, but Jared Fogel's in it, so I have to knock it down another point. So I'll give it a 6. 6 out of 10. Best one of the series so far. So, anyways, though, that's going to do it for this review. Stay tuned for the much more amazing content And if you've ever seen Sharknado 3, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below as well. But otherwise, until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.